Hello YouTubers and YouTube watchers, I'm back again for another episode of Film Trivia. So, Oscar season is upon us, and what better way to kick off the round of Oscar films that I'm going to provide for you than the 1997 epic romantic tale of the ship that they thought was unsinkable, Titanic. Number 20. The movie cost more to construct the Titanic itself. The cost of constructing the Titanic in 1910 to 1912 was $1.5 million, which is the equivalent to $120 million to $150 million in 1997. The cost to make Titanic, the film, was $200 million, which is the equivalent to $7.5 million in 1910 to 1912. Number 19. Titanic was number 1 at the US box office for a record 15 consecutive weeks between the 19th of December 1997 and the 2nd of April 1998. Titanic was also the first film to be released on VHS and DVD whilst still playing at cinemas. Number 18. Titanic is one of 3 films to win 11 Academy Awards. The others are Ben-Hur, The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Number 17. Titanic is the first Best Picture Academy Award winner to be produced, directed, written and edited by the same person, James Cameron. Number 16. Titanic is the most Oscar-nominated film with 14 nominations, not to win in any acting category. Number 15. The following actors were considered for the role of Jack Dawson: Macaulay Culkin, Ethan Hawke, Jared Leto, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Christian Bale, Johnny Depp. Number 14. The following actresses were considered for the role of Rose DeWitt Bukater: Natasha Henstridge, Jerry Ryan, Mila Jovovich, Jennifer Aniston, Christina Applegate, Drew Barrymore, Rose Byrne, Jennifer Connelly, Claire Danes, Gina Davis, Cameron Diaz, Jodie Foster, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Angelina Jolie, Nicole Kidman, Madonna, Gwyneth Paltrow, Christina Ricci, Winona Ryder, Sharon Stone, Charlize Theron, Uma Thurman, Rachel Weisz, Reese Witherspoon. Number 13. In the film, Jack is the third-class passenger who sneaks up to first class with the hopes of never getting caught. On the real Titanic in 1912, third-class passenger Hilda Maria Hellstrom really did sneak up to first class and never got caught. She did it out of curiosity. She was, however, in her third-class cabin when the Titanic hit the iceberg. She ended up surviving the sinking by escaping on one of the last lifeboats, Collapsible C. Number 12. James Cameron went on dives to the real Titanic himself. He found the experience an overwhelming emotional experience to see it. He spent more time with the ship than its living passengers ever did. Number 11. According to James Cameron, Fox was initially dubious when he pitched the film. He states, they were like, okay, a 3-hour romantic epic. Sure, that's just what we want. Is there a little bit of Terminator in that? Any Harrier jets, shootouts or car chases? I said, no, it's not like that. He pitched it as Romeo and Juliet on the Titanic. Number 10. Following from her experience on the film, Kate Winslet said, "You'd have to pay me an awful lot of money to work with James Cameron again. Number 9. After finding out that she had to be naked in front of Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet decided to break the ice, so when they first met, she flashed him. Number 8. When Jack is preparing to draw Rose, he says, "Over on the bed, the couch." The line was scripted, "Lie on that couch," but Leonardo DiCaprio made an honest mistake. James Cameron liked it so much that he kept it in. Number 7. The elderly couple seen hugging on the bed while water floods their room were the owners of Macy's department store in New York, Ida and Isidore Strauss, both of whom died on the Titanic. Ida was offered a space on a lifeboat, but she refused to stay with her husband, saying, "As we have lived together, so we shall die together." There was a scene filmed that depicted this moment, but it was cut from the final theatrical piece. Number 6. James Cameron infamously threatened to fire anyone who would get out of the tank for a bathroom break while filming the lifeboat scenes. This led to many actors, including Kate Winslet, to relieve themselves in the water. Number 5. Even though the film brought great fame to both Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, they are more than somewhat embarrassed by their performances in this film. Kate Winslet describes her American accent as awful and states that her acting could have been better, whilst Leonardo DiCaprio describes himself as a young punk in this film. Number 4. In a deleted scene called Ismay's Guilt, as the lifeboats are arriving near the Carpathia, Bruce Ismay gets on, and as the sad theme plays, he looks around and sees everyone in the crowd watching him. In real life, Bruce Ismay did this. He later stated in interviews that he couldn't bear the sight of the Titanic sinking. After the Titanic disaster, he kept a low profile. On October 17, 1937, Joseph Bruce Ismay died of a stroke. He is buried at Putney Vale, London Cemetery. Number 3. Famous American author Morgan Robertson wrote a novella entitled The Wreck of the Titan in 1898. It is a fictional story about a passenger liner ship that is struck by an iceberg while sailing in the Atlantic Ocean. Ironically, the storyline in Robertson's book bears striking resemblances to the RMS Titanic, despite it being written 14 years earlier. Number 2. In a 2012 interview with MTV News before the film was re-released in 3D, Kate Winslet admitted to strongly disliking the song My Heart Will Go On, which was recorded by Celine Dion and used prominently throughout the film. She says, "I wish I could say, 'Oh, listen everybody, it's the Celine Dion song,' but I don't. I just have to sit there, kind of straight-faced with a massive internal eye roll. It haunts me." Number 1. The completed film ignores a crucial historical fact that includes the freighter Californian, which had stopped for the night due to the ice hazard and was within sight of the Titanic throughout the sinking. The Californian's warning had been received by the Titanic and sent to the bridge, but it was not placed in the chart room. An early version of the script included this subplot and it was filmed, but it was taken out to shorten the running time. James Cameron states, "Yes, the SS Californian, that wasn't a compromise to mainstream filmmaking. That was really more about emphasis, creating an emotional truth to the film. The story of the Californian was in there. We even shot a scene of them switching off their Marconi radio set, but I took it out. It was a clean cut because it focused you back onto that world. If Titanic is powerful as a metaphor, as a microcosm for the end of the world, in a sense, then that world must be self-contained. So that concludes the top 20 random film trivia facts on James Cameron's Titanic. Let me know in the comment section below what your predictions are for the Oscars, and keep an eye out on Directive 4 for more random film trivia as we build up towards the Oscars itself. So give us a like, give us a share, give us a watch all of our stuff, and we will see you very soon for more random film trivia. Take it easy and have a lovely day.